cost for economy is, however, still there. If you see at the moment, we have already 4 semesters in a row SMEs putting forward that lack of skilled staff is a huge problem for them, not allowing them to grow, not allowing them to provide offers that they get from customers. If we then see the number of leaves increasing every day, of course, our entrepreneurs get very concerned. On top of that, the directive also provides for flexible working arrangements, which of course makes it also more difficult for the entrepreneur to puzzle everything into each other. And that then has also a negative impact on the work-life balance of the entrepreneur themselves, because everything that hasn't been done by workers who have flexible working arrangements or have leave falls on the entrepreneur themselves.
That's an interesting
I've done both these sides. So my first daughter was born, I was a full-time contract, permanent employment.
Sure.
Easy thing to do. Second daughter, 2 years later, I was full-time entrepreneur, the startup business as well. That's really tough. But you have to be able to offer a work-life balance, and the productivity in the longer term and how we work as a society has got to change, because we want to see creative talent and we want to see a balanced society and take care of it. We need to finance.
Speaking of the balanced society, I just want to ask you, Anna, because we said 90% of men don't actually take the leave. Even if they can, they don't. So should it be made compulsory, in fact, if we're to promote social equality? I don't know.
In fact, it was my proposal
to make it compulsory.
It was my proposal, but it was not.
So for the men to take it, or for the companies to offer it?
For the men to take it.
For the men to
take it. But it was really too difficult to achieve this with the different member states. So what we have now is to be sure that this paternity leave is well paid. Because why men are not taking this paternity leave? It's because they have not a sufficient payment for this paternity leave. So if they are not paid for this, they are not going to take it. So it's important to have the paternity rights, paternity leave, but also to give the opportunity to these men to give this paternity being paid for it. And it is 10 days being paid, just to be with the children that they have. And I think it's important not only for the economy, it's important for our society. I think that we have to have this balanced way of living your private life and living your professional life. So I understand that sometimes it's difficult for the economy, but at least in the long term, it is not a cost for the economy, because also if you have this shared family task between men and women, you will have, as economy, more women being
this is the most important part.
More ready. I would like to add on that one.
Very quickly, because we don't have much time.
It's not only about leave. You also have other systems, and I agree it's more to the member state level, but what we have been pleading for also as SME United is that we have more support structures in place, childcare facilities, help in the household and those elements that can also support persons who choose to work instead of take a leave, to also be in their company, and apart from that also have a work-life balance.
I mean, this is always the case.